Hey everyone, it's Eva. Halloween is approaching, so that means costume videos. I want to share with you guys the Pikachu costume I made where the tail suspends to look more 3D and unique. Plus, it's pretty fun to be able to wag your tail like a puppy, you have to admit that. Alright, so let's get started. You're gonna need yellow things that are generally about the same shade. I originally wanted to make this a beanie hat, but obviously that yellow does not match, so I made a headband instead. Alright, so generally you're gonna need a yellow shirt that fits you fairly well. I couldn't find one, so I picked up a shirt that didn't fit me so well, and obviously if it doesn't fit me, I've gotta make it fit and look nice. I didn't like the sleeves, I cut them off, I also cut off the collar, and I had to hem it slimmer, that way it would fit me better. Obviously though, if your shirt fits you nice, you don't have to worry about any of this at all. Alright, so for the sake of saving money, we're going to be using felt, which is generally about 50 cents per sheet at either your dollar store or craft store. And I'm just going to be taking the first half and tracing about the shape of Pikachu's tail and cutting it out. Make sure that when you're cutting, you're actually cutting two felt pieces, that way you have two identical pieces that are in the shape of his tail. Now we're just going to take some hot glue and glue gun the edges of the tails together with the pencil side facing inwards. That way you don't see it, but you're also going to be stuffing it with extra fabric scraps, cotton, whatever you prefer. And I'm only going to say that you're going to stuff it as you glue it because this tail does have a lot of small ridges and it's really hard to stuff. With the extra felt, trace and cut 4 Pikachu ear shapes because we will also be gluing and stuffing these. Like the tail, glue gun the edges of the ears together, leaving the bottom open. However, this time, face the pencil tracings outwards because we will be flipping it inside and out before stuffing. I found that using the back of a pencil to help push the ears inside out helped a lot. Try to stuff the ears as stiff as possible because you do not want them to flop. Next, hot glue the ears to a headband and cut off the excess. You can use masking tape as a temporary measure to see where you want the ears to be before permanently gluing it on. Alright, back to the shirt. Take something thick and flat like newspaper and stuff it in the shirt to protect the front and the back in case the paint leaks. Using brown acrylic or fabric paint, depending on how permanent you want this to be, paint Pikachu stripes on his back. Using the same brown paint, paint the bottom of Pikachu's tail. Switching it up with black paint, paint the tips of his ears in a slanted line and make sure all the paint dries before you try and put this costume on or you'll probably regret it. Now, if you want to be basic, you can just glue the entire tail onto the back of the shirt, but I wanted to be able to wag it, so I only glued the base of the tail. Okay, this part is kind of tricky, but the way I'm making this tail waggable is to suspend it with thread. For the purpose of visibility, I'll be using silver thread, but try to get clear thread or fishing line to make it more invisible. You're generally going to want to sew a few points of the tail directly to the shirts, but with some extra length and give. These are the points of the tail that I sewed on, but feel free to add more or less. Finally, I like sweetheart necklines, so I just folded the cloth in the middle back and forth and sewed it together. Yay! Now your Pikachu costume is ready to debut and get lots and lots of candy. If you did like this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and follow me on Instagram. If you want more Halloween videos, I will leave a playlist down in the description box below so you guys can check it out, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!